Hello from the Polish sea side. Today I'm taking this little guy for a spin. So this is Godox IM30Pro, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited to pair it up with my Sony RX1R Mark II because it's a tiny camera with a leaf shutter, so I can take advantage of small flashes. But this is not only small flash, this actually is quite powerful flash, because before I've tested Godox Retro Lux or something like that. I have a video on that flash in my description, which was not very good flash in terms of performance, but it did pair well with the Sony RX1. But this one seems to have way better performance, like way more features. First of all, it runs with internal battery, so it's rechargeable via USB-C, and the battery seems to be really awesome. Two, it has touchscreen, which is very familiar to the big flashes from Godox, which is awesome, but also it does have TTL. Look at this, it has my Sony pin mount right here, so it does communicate with my camera. And I've already tested this a little bit on this beach, shooting against more harsh sun. Now I'm going to be shooting against this sunset. So look at this, we have like the last rays of sunset. So the idea for this little portrait shoot today is pair this little boy with my camera. Okay, boom, this is how it looks. The only downside is that I cannot use my viewfinder because it blocks my viewfinder. So that's a bummer. So I have to use the screen. Sony RX1, for those of you who don't know, it's a full frame camera, old camera from Sony. It has a viewfinder right here on the left. Boom, it opens like this. And I love shooting using that viewfinder. I cannot do it now, so I'm gonna just close it and I'm gonna shoot with my screen. So we have roughly in 25 minutes, wait, let me move the camera. 25 minutes until the sun is behind the horizon. Right now it's like slightly behind the cloud, which is good. I don't mind that. But what I'm gonna try to do is shoot TTL. So what I'm gonna do is underexpose my camera settings and then fill with flash with the exposure compensation plus. So what I'm doing is here I'm shooting auto, ISO and aperture priority on my Sony RX1. So I'm gonna be shooting maybe open wide right now. I'm gonna see, maybe I'm gonna play with that f-stop, you're gonna see. And then underexpose here on the wheel of compensation settings. So I'm underexposing by maybe one stop first. And then on the flash settings, I'm gonna expose +1. So I'm making this equal. It should make sense. It should make sense. Let's see. Let's shoot, let's see. Okay. I'll have you here. Boom, para, boom, pa. Maybe first one you're like facing the sun. Yep. I'm gonna just shoot like this. Boom. Oh, it does look really cool. Wait. So the flash has two settings for the beam right here, narrow or wide. Oh, we have sun peeking right now. So I'm gonna try wide first. That's a wide shot, and then narrow. Can you have your chin up a little bit more? Yep. Beautiful. Okay, and let's go this way a little bit. A few steps here. You can go backwards, kind of. Beautiful. Okay, stop. Hey, it does look cool. The sun is coming. I think I want to play a little bit with that balance of flash. Like we're shooting direct flash, so you know, oh, that looks really cool. Look at this. I'm gonna move my camera closer to us. Could you see us actually? Can you see us? I'm gonna do a 0 exposure on both maybe now, so 0 and 0, just to see just to balance it out. But I think it's all about the balance and depending what kind of effect you want to achieve. I think I like it more plus, wait. Plus on flash and minus in camera looks way better. I was shooting a wide beam all the time, now I'm switched to narrow. It's beautiful. So the way you control this beast is either you use the touch screen, so like plus minus the power right here, or you can use this dial here, which gives you like this tactile kind of feedback. It's not perfect, it feels very, very loose, but you know, for those of you who prefer that, you can easily lock the screen and just use that. Here is that wide to narrow beam switch. I don't see much difference, to be honest, in like a shooting scenario like I'm shooting right now, but yeah, it looks good. Here we have the USB-C for the charging, and you can charge it via power bank if you need, and then you have the sync cable, I believe, right here. It has this nice little button right down here to dismount it from the unit, and then you mount it back. The cool part about this that I'm not gonna really test here because I don't have any other flashes, but you can use this as a transmitter and you can actually trigger other Godox flashes. So it uses the Godox system. So if you have multiple flashes, you can actually have it on your camera acting as a little direct flash, but also like this transmitter to trigger other flashes. And that, I think, is a really awesome feature of this little boy. One thing I'm not sure, like the guide number of this flash is 15. I think 15 or 18. I'm gonna make sure that correct number is right here. So I'm not sure how it's gonna act with like the actual, my work camera, so Sony A9, let's say on the dance floor, but I'm gonna test it out in my next wedding because this would be a really sick, tiny combo for a dance floor to, you know, have this little incognito mode, like shooting. Okay, to make this kind of photo, so the one that you might know from Instagram, the rules are really simple. You just need to be able to control the camera flash separately. So what I'm gonna do is kind of the same what I've been doing. I'm gonna underexpose the camera settings and then overexpose the flash. So I'm gonna make everything dark, meaning all of this dark in camera, and then flash will just light this up. I'm gonna shoot vertical, so it does work for Instagram, and then I'm gonna shoot crooked horizon, so don't judge me on the crooked horizon. This is going to be artistic choice for this moment. We're gonna walk a little bit right there and try this. So I have minus 1.3 here on my camera settings, and then I have plus 1.3 here on my flash settings. I think flash is firing slightly too strong. Look this direction. Okay, go backwards. Look through, yep, the shoulders. Dobra, one more time. Dobra, one more time. I'm this Polish English now. Dobra, one more time. Let's review. Oh, I don't think it fired every single time, but it does look pretty cool. Okay, let me know, what do you think about this? Did you like this shoot? Do you like the results? I think this is a good addition for this particular setup. It looks pretty sick. I'm still gonna test it out a little more. So feel free to put in the comments if you have any questions about what you want me to test with this little bad boy. But my first impressions are, this is a pretty good flash. If you wanna learn how I use flash, check out this video right here, and I will see you there.